Welcome to the River City Hardball podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Gibson, the place to talk baseball here in Jacksonville. And we're talking this summer about the Coastal Collegiate Baseball League, a summer league here in Jacksonville, providing an opportunity for a lot of guys around the country to play ball. One of these is Alex Ogletree. He comes to us from the California area, though his parents live in St. John's area. Alex, how you doing, man?
Doing good, sir. Hanging out. Enjoying the off day as much as possible, but, looking forward to getting back after it on Saturday.
Alex, for those that aren't aware, give us a little bit of background about yourself.
Okay. Grew up always playing. Parents are military. So in high school, we moved over to Naval Air Station Sigonella in Italy. We did that. I got recruited out of there to go play baseball in California. And then I've been hitting every summer with Casey that runs Upper Deck Baseball down the street from where we live. And I texted him at the beginning of the summer and I was like, hey man, is there anything that we can do baseball related, in Jacksonville this summer? And he was like, absolutely. You should hit up this guy, Chris Lane. So I hit up Mr. Lane. And of course, everything kind of came to fruition with CCBO, and it's been amazing to be out here.
Yeah, what has that experience been like? It's something that they just now started. A lot of guys from around the country are playing in it. What has the Coastal Collegiate Baseball League been like for you?
It's been amazing. So after my freshman year of college, I went out and I played in a different summer league in California. Another really good experience. But I knew that, especially living in California, my parents don't necessarily get to watch me play all the time. And so I felt as though playing summer ball here close to home would be a really good opportunity for them to be able to come to games and really, be able to spend time with me as much as possible this summer. And as far as the Coastal Collegiate League, it's been incredible just seeing how many different guys have shown up from all around the country. Yesterday we were playing the Turtles, and I was first base coach for a while, and I ended up talking to two guys that live within an hour of me in California. And it was really cool just to kind of touch base with those guys and be like, oh, Cerritos, I know exactly where that is, small world. And there's a bunch of different things that have kind of overlapped from where we used to live in Florida before we moved over to Italy and everything. And it is really cool to kind of see how everything is falling into place.
Tell us about the school that you go to play ball in California.
I go to La Sierra University. It's a private 4-year institution, Seventh-day Adventist. The baseball program's been alive for 11 years, and the head coach over there is Gabriel Gamboa.
And what's that experience in California been like for you?
Wonderful. Everything I've ever hoped for. It was actually the only school out of high school that recruited me to come play in America. And so out the gate, I was just super grateful for the opportunity to go and play, and I've never looked back.
So your parents are both military. You've moved around a little bit like most military families have. What's Italy like?
Yeah, it was incredible. So one of the coolest things about Italy was there was actually professional baseball leagues within 20 minutes of our house. And so I ended up actually playing for a team for a while called the Paterno Red Sox, which is Serie A, which is one step under the IBO, which is the Italian Baseball League. Italy was everything you'd imagine. Food was amazing. People are great. It was a great time. It was good.
That's awesome. What's California baseball like compared to Florida baseball?
Fast. I actually have a friend from my team in California showing up next Tuesday. And I keep telling him, I'm like, the game moves faster in California, but balls get hit way harder. Guys throw harder, stronger. The game of baseball in Florida is a much tougher game. In California, it's a lot of small ball. It's a lot of moving runners over. In Florida, just from what you can see from the scores and pitching duels that we've had in the CCBL this summer, it's a strong type of baseball out here, and I love it. It's a good time.
Does it, you've met a lot of people from a lot of different places. Do some guys they're like a little bit wide-eyed in the batter's box or something like that when they come down here and look at stuff like that?
I was, my first game out here, my first game when I landed, I had my first at bat of the day. I punched out in 3 pitches, and I was like, oh, okay, all right. Well, I'd been telling everybody that it was going to, move a little bit faster and it was going to be a little bit tougher. And here I am, reaping my own words. So, but no, definitely. Yeah, I would definitely say that, playing around here is definitely a little bit taller task than playing in California in certain places.
How long have you been, you going down into your senior year in California, right?
Yes, sir.
And, those first couple of years, I mean, how have you developed as a player?
Well, that was one of the main reasons that I wanted to play summer ball. One of the biggest things that I've kind of been able to take from my first 3 years in college was when they say things like the game is 70% mental, 30% physical. I think that's one of the most important things as a baseball player that you should learn early in your career. And I believe too that one of the main reasons why I wanted to play was because I understand that if you don't have a mental game, as I didn't my first couple of years in college, then the success that you hope to have based on the physical attributes that you worked on don't necessarily always have to show up. One of the things that we always talk about at La Sierra, at my university, is the game doesn't care. That's one of our mantras. And the game doesn't care if you took batting practice. The game doesn't care if you're eating right. The game doesn't care if you're working on different things, because that's just the nature of it. Baseball is cruel, but baseball is a game of failure. And I think that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to get out here and really start to dial in for my senior year, those kind of attributes for myself mentally.
It's definitely a good track to be on for sure. Alex Ogletree with us, playing in the Coastal Collegiate Baseball League this summer in Jacksonville. Alex, what are some of the positions that you play? Do you have a primary position? Where do you go on the field?
I play first and third. I've been playing a lot more third in Florida in Coastal Collegiate Baseball League. I've been playing a lot more third out here. At my school in California, I primarily play first base.
Okay, tell me about.
I love playing third. It's a good time. I like the corner.
That's awesome. Now, do the balls get hit a little bit faster at that corner?
Yep, absolutely. In California, a lot of the thing, and one of the main reasons why I don't play third as much is because of the bunt-heavy offense over there. And the buying into not being afraid to get jammed, because balls aren't smashed as much as consistently as they are around here. Over here, I can play a little bit back, give these guys some respect and expect a rocket hit every now and then.
That's interesting. Just the comparison between California and Florida. I was interested to hear that. So that's good stuff. Are you a Blue Jays guy? What's your hat going on?
I like the hat a lot. I'm actually a Yankee fan. Not
okay.
the greatest. Yeah, I'm not the greatest Yankee fan. But yeah, no, I just like the hat a lot.
Yeah, the Yankees. They've had their struggles a little bit this year, but they're up and down. Gary Sanchez is finally coming around. It looks like. So
last night that was big time.
Yeah, for sure. Final few minutes here with you, Alex. What's next for you? You're going into your senior year now. Tell us about that and what's next for you in your baseball career.
Well, as far as senior year in college, that's graduating year. I'm getting a 4-year degree. I'm not going on to do any more school unless I want to do a master's program or anything like that. But the way that I'm looking at it is school has never made it past playoffs in the history of the program. Granted, it's only been around for 11 years, but the group that I came in with as a freshman, there were 11 of us, and now there's 7 of us. And knowing that we still have a really strong core of guys, and this is our final time to go out there and make a push, I think that's the goal. Try and get out of the playoff scene and maybe make it to a regional tournament. I think that would be incredible for our senior year, just because the school, the program's never been able to do that. And then past baseball, I'm double majoring in marketing and management. And just because of, job saturation in the state of California, it's a lot, it's very competitive. At the same time, I think that there's a lot of opportunity, and finding something that you really fit in, I think is something that I'm looking forward to post baseball.
Cool. Your school in California, what is it next to? What is it close to?
It's in Riverside, California, and it's about an hour. It's about an hour east of Los Angeles.
Okay. I've never been to California. I've had a lot of friends that have been there. I've just never made it out there myself. So I'm looking forward to that someday.
It's expensive. So
yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Hey, last thing, what's been your favorite part of playing this summer in Jacksonville?
The guys. I'm on the Sharks. Great roster, great group of guys. And I think too, as you said in the beginning, I was one of the older ones, especially going into my senior year. I think, having a really young team and really kind of being able to share as much information as possible. And I think too, because the JUCO scene is a lot more prevalent around here. I think it is really cool seeing the way that these guys compete in every different, situation. Like there's never that like, oh, well, like it's all good, because JUCO, you're trying to go, and I think it's really awesome to see like it's summer ball, but these guys are going 100% at all times. And just kind of being able to share information from a guy that's a little bit older, and pick their brain about the game. It's a good time.
Alex Ogletree playing this summer for the Coastal Collegiate Baseball League. Wish you the best of luck going forward in your senior year out there in California. Thanks for doing this morning.
Of course. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.